So let me get to the elephant in the room. Some of you know the new book came out 2 days ago, and it went to #1 in political reference on Amazon, #1 immediately. So it's pretty cool. We're really happy about that. You're very happy about that. Mommy needs shoes. I know that. And the title is 101 Reasons to Vote Against Joe Biden. And people come up to me, the big elephant, only 101? And so Bobby's going to go get the book as we speak. I've signed them all, and you each receive one as you leave here tonight. I want to talk about this book. This is not my normal book. This is my 6th book, Suze, actually. My 6th book, but it's not a book. After 5 books and running around the country and doing all that stuff, it can be fun, but it's as I said, with everything else going on, the toughest thing for me about books is not writing books. It's running around the country, doing book events and signings and all that. So because I keep up and do speeches sort of around the East Coast and a lot of Maryland, not just Maryland, I would just keep track of issues. I always said I have a page an issue, just little cliff notes for me as I made my speeches. And one day I looked at my notes and I said, there's like 60 issues here. And an issue comes out every day because Joe Biden makes a mistake every day. Thank you, Bobby. So a reference guide to the Biden years, 101 reasons. Now, we've already talked to the publisher about a supplement this summer, so it's probably going to be 125 by July, okay? And I'm not kidding about that, so look for that. And I thought it important as I do these talks around the East Coast and other states that context be created. People are so used to political speeches and politicians drone on and all that. I want to do something quick and dirty and to the point and real. And that's what this is. It's basically a page an issue. And it's not a typical book. This is for you, and it's ammunition. It's ammunition as you go out to that event, the carnival, the neighborhood party, that third cousin you don't like, whatever it is, that coworker that's a lefty or somebody undecided. This is your homework. This is what you're going to hit them with. This is ammo. These are facts. And so Kendall, obviously, it's like everything I do has been hugely behind it, babe, and thank you. And it was fun to do. And we're going to be taking it, as I said, we're really happy it's coming out of the gate. I guess there's a audience for how much Joe Biden screwed up. So the issues run, as you would think, the issues that we're familiar with that we think about: border inflation, energy, COVID, China, Israel, Iran, Russia, crime, energy, housing, weaponization of the executive branch, and the whole 9 yards. The issues that you would think about. Also lesser known issues, the clergy at Walter Reed Hospital and hunting and archery programs, and the National Archives trigger warnings and light bulbs and gas stoves and local zoning and resegregation on campus and graduation ceremony. Things that you really don't think about on a day-to-day basis, but things that have come about over the last 3+ years as a function of what went down in 2020. So it's a playbook for the undecided for you to use on the stump. And if you think about, I'm going to close with this. If you think about all these issues, 101 here, they really come down to 3 categories. And the first is negligence, traditional negligence. What Joe Biden did the first day, undoing policies that work. From the border to COVID, to printing money we don't have, to sparking inflation, to placating Iran, to pretending the science with regard to green energy exists when it doesn't. Traditional negligence. Things that you think about when you think about Joe Biden and this administration. And that's not terribly surprising. You expect that. The second is woke. Now, we like to talk about woke, we like to make fun of woke and all that. But the emotional fragility that is the foundation for the woke movement and what it has done on campus and the phony constructs. Where are the young people here, young Republicans here? The phony constructs, you're force-fed, microaggressions, safe spaces, and all this stuff. that are campus-invented constructs that we weren't taught because they didn't exist, because they're phony, because they're all meant to limit our First Amendment rights, our free speech rights. So, you're getting free books tonight. Use it. Not going to make it real popular on campus. It may cost you some grades, but that's okay. So, the second category is woke. It makes us dumb. It makes us appear dumb. It makes smart people appear unintelligent. It makes Supreme Court nominees unable to define what a woman is. It makes us pretend that biological males in athletic contests, that's A-okay. On the 50th anniversary of Title IX, as we celebrate girls in sports. What do you always say, babe? Lacrosse star in college here, busted her knee up. You didn't fix girls in those days, right? In those days.
High school, no. I
right?
did it in high school.
Yeah.
They didn't fix you.
They didn't fix you. Because there's very few opportunities for women in college in that area, not that you're old. And now we celebrate 50 years of women's opportunities in athletics, and we have this, women being replaced. Woke. It makes us look dumb, think dumb, act dumb, be dumb. And then finally, we have woke 2.0. And this is really important because there's a bunch of chapters devoted to this. And I want you to think about this as we go. It's just not good enough for woke to try to influence what books second graders read in Carroll County. It's not good enough to teach you all that gender's all confusing and all that. What they really want to do and what they've begun to do, we have to understand what they're doing, is to attack fundamental institutions central to what the United States of America was, is, and will be. Why do you think they're going to the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court has been under attack since the New Deal. Why do you think they want to eliminate the Electoral College? Why do you think they're attacking the First Amendment and the Second Amendment and the Bill of Rights? Why do you think lawfare is now a word we all recognize? Because this is woke 2.0. This is not just change. This is fundamental change. This is all babies are born oppressors or oppressed. Get it? You're being taught that. Now, that makes no sense to anybody, but that's it. That's woke 2.0. That's a fundamental attack on the institutions that define us as Americans, as freedom-loving people. That's why we're here tonight. That's why we're doing this. That's why you guys got to win. Okay? That's a threat. So, have fun with the book. Get the supplemental when it comes out. Might have to make it 150. I don't know. And it should be easy. People ask me, 100 what? And I'll close with this. I love this term. We hear it all the time these days. It's existential. Now, it's usually existential for politicians when your name's on the line. If you lose, you're out of a job. That's existential. This is existential. This book talks about the damage inflicted on our country and our culture over the last 3+ years. These races are about what your children are going to be force-fed or not in this great county over the next 4 years. This is existential. I hate to be emotional about this, but I am. It's our life. It's your life. It's our country. Some institutions in America are almost unrecognizable today. And local education is getting that way. That's existential. We can't afford 4 more years of this. We can't afford it, literally. So, get over the bumper sticker thing when they come out. Write your checks. Understand what the other side is doing. Support these young people who are facing it on the front lines every day in college, on campus, with these professors. We'll be back. We love you guys, and we wish you Godspeed.